We back in this joint. Yeah.
Yeah. We back.
We back.
We
We
back.
back.
We back.
Bro, it's been a long 2 weeks.
Long 2 weeks. Some of
Yeah.
this, some of that podcast. We're back.
Yes. We're back. Did
It's
y'all did y'all miss us? We missed y'all.
we miss y'all. We miss y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Thank y'all for rocking with us because y'all trust us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Um,
Yeah.
this is episode what? 77?
77. Yep.
77. Shout out to the great Denver Bronco Carl Mecklenburg, linebacker number 77. In the old Denver Bronco John Elway days. James,
Okay. Before
James,
my time.
hey James, if you hear this, you probably know Carl Mecklenburg. You probably seen that. I just know him off Tecmo Bowl.
Mm.
He couldn't be blocked on Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, that's outside of my realm. Yeah.
James probably heard of him too. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So Tease, I'm Coach Mo. We got Tease over there.
Yo, yo.
Before we get into all the bullshit, let's just start off with this. Um, First of all, rest in peace. Prayers to my homie Tim Shorts. Me and Tim, we went to school together, went to high school together.
Oh,
He lost his firstborn a few weeks ago to Marion, aka Tim Jr. Great kid. I had a chance to meet him a couple times. Um, Keep Tim in his prayers, man. His family. Uh,
oh.
Tim's a good dude. Everybody. It was a sad funeral. It's one of those things where when you're a parent, that's the last thing that you think about when you're a parent is burying your son or something happening to your children. So, Tim, you and our prayers, man. All the listeners,
Definitely.
they're gonna
Definitely. We love you, man.
hang in there, man. I'm like I told you when I saw you, man. I'm not gonna sit here act like I know what you're going through, but
Mhm.
you're in my prayers, bro, and along with the show also.
Definitely. Definitely.
So, Tease, now let the people got to know the reason why we've been off for 2 weeks is because there's been a lot going on the past 2 weeks.
Mhm.
You so, Latisse, let the people know what you celebrated last week and how your week was.
I had a magnificent birthday week. Okay.
Y'all heard
It's
that?
was my birthday week. So shout out to everybody who told me happy birthday, wish happy birthday. Yeah, I appreciate that. I definitely felt the love. But I had a great week, bro. Honestly. I mean, my birthday, I really don't be doing like super big stuff. Like for me, it's always my family and my friends. That's all I need. Like I could do that and it's always a good time. It's always a good vibe. Like I never been a big I think I did the club maybe twice. I think I did the wild hair one year
I was there.
and yeah, you was. And I did I don't even remember the club no more, but it was one of them little spots downtown. So I ain't really like a big club person. So I did I went to did this miniature golf with my friends and my sisters, and then I did the little family thing and I hung out on my birthday. I actually went to dinner and I had I could say lunch and went to the movies and just hung out. So it was I just did the stuff I like to do. So it was a great birthday weekend and yeah, I mean we know a lot of cancers, bro. Like it's like when I tell you it's cancer season, shout out to Samari, your wife, also my cancer sister. So you was celebrating too a lot. So we was busy, y'all. It was like birthday, literally like somebody's birthday like damn near every day. So
Everything like,
yeah, all the way from from 2 weekends to this past weekend.
yeah, yeah.
It's been like celebrations. So that's why we've been going, y'all. We've been in these streets, but for a good reason. For a good reason. We've been having a good time. So it's all
We've
good.
been in the streets. We've been in the streets.
We really have, bro. We've been busy. Like we really been like I think I went to Kaya show one day a couple weeks ago. That was a great show. Shout out to my best friend, her and Bernard. They did a show at it's the I can't never forget I can Epiphany. They did a show there. Yeah, they did a show there. That was great. Yup. Yep. So, and they did.
Yeah,
They just sang at Chosen Few this weekend. So
yeah.
it was good. I had a Yeah. It's been busy, but it's been a great week. It's been a great 2 weeks, I should say. So yeah.
I can tell because you've been kicking it. You know what I mean? Every time I check
Yeah.
in, you kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Uh,
Just a little bit.
she was in the street, y'all. She was celebrating. She was
I
celebrating.
was. I was. I know, like I said, I normally don't even. I still didn't do nothing like super big. I just did like what I like to do. So that's a good birthday for me.
Y'all know Tisa's a July Cancer. It's a little difference. It's a
What's
little.
the difference, bro? What's the difference? That
I
we're
just
nicer. We're
I
nicer.
get nicer.
Hmm.
Who said
Yeah.
that?
I'm asking. Is that what the difference is? We're nicer.
Hell no, that ain't. That's the last thing. The last thing.
Yeah.
Y'all. I will say this about y'all July Cancers. Y'all are very. What's the word I'm looking for? Y'all are outgoing when y'all get into the settings that y'all comfortable with. Y'all,
Hmm. Facts.
I mean, y'all, boy, woo, Lord. But
Facts. 'Cause I'm not shy. I'm not a shy person,
no,
but
you're
I'm
not.
not. I'm not like a extrovert. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I'm not gonna be the person that get the party started. Like that's just not me. But if I'm in my zone, if I'm with my people, like I'm comfortable. Yeah, I'm 1,000% goofy. Yeah,
Fact, fact.
people don't know. Like people think like I don't really think I don't. People don't realize I'm so silly until they meet me. They're like, "Teach you crazy." I'm like, I definitely don't have any sense. I don't know why you guys don't know that yet.
All they have to do is ask, me, and I'll tell them.
You
So
said what?
they just gotta ask me. I'll tell them.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Because you're outgoing and you're silly. All it takes is to
yeah,
crack two jokes, and here it
yeah,
goes. It
yeah.
goes.
That's it. Yeah, don't. You can't be around me if you like a serious person because I'm so not serious. Like I'm serious like 12% of the time. Like that's 12. That's a low number. So, but other
Well,
than that, like
y'all,
I can always find humor in everything.
12%, not 10, but 12.
Well, like it's a little bit over 10.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's it. Yeah, but yeah,
Fair,
yeah. So.
fair.
mm,
So that was Letice had a great week. Everybody, she had a great week.
I
Um,
did.
I
I
had
meant to wear my Jack Robinson shirt today too. I forgot. Dang.
what happened?
My Jack Robinson shirt. I
Oh,
bought a
yeah.
specific shirt. It's stupid too. I bought a shirt. Jackie Robinson has got number 42 on there. And I wore it my birthday weekend. Did not get one picture in it.
What?
Yes. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna wear it on the next show. So now I gotta wear it next week because I gotta wear it before the month get out. So
You got to.
yeah.
You
But
just you just made me think about. I gotta find a 44.
yeah, so who's a 44? Who's a 44? A good 44 number.
President Obama, but I don't. Other than that,
Mhm. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
I gotta find a 44. Somebody who wore 44.
Yeah. Let's see. We gotta think about that. So a great though, because it's also a Jordan year. So you gotta do it's great. So
Yeah, I gotta find me one. Yeah, I gotta find me a 44. You put that on my mind now.
yeah, you gotta find something, bro. You can do Jay-Z too, his album.
But it's 444, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's 4 4. That's 3
Yeah,
fours.
34. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
find it. I'm gonna find it because I'm definitely gonna take a picture in 44 on my birthday. I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah, do that. Don't be like me. Don't wear it and don't take a picture. Go take a picture actually.
So let me ask you this: for your birthday, or whatever the weekend, whatever you celebrated, did you get drunk?
Yeah.
She said,
So
yeah, she said, yeah.
I didn't really get drunk, bro. I got nice. I got nice. I say all week. I drank all weekend. I ain't gonna lie. I did drink all weekend, and I think on my actual birthday, I drank. It had a little extra. I had some what can we call it? Hmm, some relaxation, some green relaxation from
Ah,
the earth. Yeah, yeah,
you have
yeah.
some earth.
So
You
I
have
had
some,
some natural relaxation on
hey,
on,
y'all,
on,
she
on my
has some
actual
earth.
birthday.
She has some earth, y'all. That's what she
Yeah,
has.
Yeah, I had some earth on my birthday.
I
So
like
yeah,
that.
that was cool. Yeah, so I didn't get my getting drunk in like scummy days. Those are done.
It's over with.
Those are done because I can't recover. Like seriously, if I get tore up drunk, it's gonna take me at least 3 days to recover.
Damn.
Yeah, I can't, bro. I can't. I am not a good drunk. It's not good on my body. Yeah, so I know my limit. I can get nice, but I know my limit. Like if I get too drunk, that's your girl gonna be out. So
So, so for the people, just so you know, there might be some guys out here interested in you. They listen to the show. You know, what I mean, they might want to know, what Letice likes to drink and stuff. So, what do you like to drink now, Letice? Because I know over the years it's been different for you. So, what do you like to drink now?
it's been the same though, bro. You know, I always like dark liquor, and I always tell people, listen, I do not have an exquisite drink palate. Okay, I am a Crown Royal and Coke girl.
Crown Royal.
I'm I am a Jameson and ginger ale girl.
Okay. All right.
Now I'm trying to step up my little whiskey bourbon game. I am. So I like that dang, what's the one? It's in the what is it called? I just had some. I can't think of it, bro. It's but it's on the top shelf. It's not with a W. I know you had it before. Because you
Woodford,
and I had it together. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woodford
So
Reserve.
that's really
Okay.
I like that. I like that. So I've been trying to get I like Elijah Craig too.
That's good.
That's real good. So that's another one I like. So I've been trying to step up my live bourbon game. But yeah, I'll drink Jameson and Crown Royal are specifically now though. I do like Peach Crown. Peach Crown is probably my favorite one right now when
Okay.
it comes to Crown Royal. But
Y'all
yeah,
hear
that's me. I'm a whiskey girl. I'm a whiskey girl.
single fellas, all the single fellas, the homies that's listening to the show. Y'all take notes, man. She dropping hints. So if y'all see
Yeah,
Letice out one day somewhere, slide her a drink, get her a little drink, man.
yeah. Don't slide on else in my drink either though.
Now, hey,
Just
look,
a regular drink.
hey, any of you clown ass niggas do that.
See, he's about to go in on y'all and he
I-
froze.
oh, yeah, oh, yeah, but anyway, um, Letice is now officially 4'2".
42, bro. I'm getting Jesus.
She's getting up there. Now let me ask you this before we get into the show. So at age 42, Letice,
Hmm.
let's go back. At age 22, when you was 22, right now at 42, what would you tell your 22-year-old self?
I would tell my 22-year-old self to take more chances.
Mm,
Um
okay.
to stop playing it safe, you know, to bet on yourself, like I think I spent a lot of my 20s and some of my 30s just so I mean being a church girl trying to be right, but also like being restrictive of just things that I wanted to do and worrying about what other people may think, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah,
now I'm in a space where I wish I would have did I feel like sometimes I feel like I would have been a lot further along in some places in life if I would have took more chances early. But
right.
I'm not upset about my life. I love life and I think everything still happens in God's time. So even though it seemed like I'm 42 and I still got a lot of stuff I want to do,
Yeah,
I feel like it's just gonna be different for me. Like, well, some people got it done at 30, I'm gonna get it done at 50. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But just to not be so just to be assured of yourself, like everything that's in you, like you're built for it. And so
yeah.
I used to be I used to be scared to like
Take chance.
scared to be out there, take chances. Yeah, I used to be scared to like just to really show myself and just be worried about what people may think. But I'm past that. Like this is me, and if this don't work for you, in any capacity. That could be friendships, that could be anything. Like this is just who I am. So I'm living for myself now, and I'm doing everything I want to do. I'm spending time with people who want to spend time with me,
Right,
who
right.
enjoy me, and that's what we're gonna do. So Yeah, I'm all for the good vibes.
It's it's funny you said that, like, because for those who don't know, like, me and Latisse, we practically grew up with each other, like
Hmm.
same house, but we grew up with each other. We know each other like the back of our hands. So, but
Right.
when you said that it because of how you was raised,
Come back, bro. Come back.
that was that was the devil, because I was finna that was the give some praise. But no, what I was saying is that because of how we grew up, that's probably why we didn't take a lot of chances, because
Yeah.
we grew up like we grew up to be like, all right, every decision we make, think about it. Right?
Hmm.
Don't just do it just because it look good or sound good or whatever.
Hmm.
We grew up grounded with the church and people. We had people always telling us how to try to live and everything.
Yeah.
And you're right, because I think when I was 22, it's probably a lot of stuff that I didn't do because I just thought like, no, that ain't.
Hmm.
I shouldn't do that, because if I do that,
Yeah.
if something happens, I'm letting this person down. So
Yeah.
I agree with you. Like, I agree with you. I probably would tell my younger self to do more,
Yeah.
to live a little more. You know,
Yeah.
I agree.
It's enjoy life.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
To like,
it's different. It's not like we saying we got regrets. It's just
yeah,
we just
yeah,
saying that, like, maybe we should have took more chances at
for
the
sure.
young.
For sure. I definitely 100% agree that in our younger years, definitely in my younger years, that more chances should have been taken. Yeah, because I didn't it was always worrying about like, worrying about stuff you gotta do for church, worrying about my sisters, worrying about my friends,
Yeah,
and that's fine, but I didn't really like put myself first. So yeah, now I was just like, even doing this, bro, even doing this, like us doing the podcast together, if this was probably 10 years ago, it would have been more hesitation because of like people, thinking like, of what podcast, what we talking about. But I'm like, you know what? I'm a whole ass adult. So, and I can't worry about that. And then it's just like I do understand that, as a Christian, like there is a representation that I don't want to have. You know what I'm saying? I want to be out here looking loosey goosey, but also like I know I'm grounded in what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I'm not gonna say anything, hopefully, that's gonna deter anybody else from, what they believe. So, I just had to be like, you know what, I know what my relationship with God is, and
right.
I'm comfortable in that, and I know that I can't worry about what people gonna say. So if it's not for you, just don't listen.
And like you said the other day, ain't nobody gonna out Bible you. And
No.
ain't nobody like you
No.
know what to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
you
We
know.
we are so grounded, bro. We got two. We are listen. We
Yeah,
went to Sunday school we went to Sunday school. We went to church before Sunday school started. Okay.
yeah,
We was in a consecration.
yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
So yeah, we was in consecration. So we was there when the church doors opened. We was there when they closed.
That's
So
true. That's true. That's like that's why when people have these debates about God and conversations on social media. I don't really get into it because
me either, bro. Yeah.
for the simple fact, like, you not gonna tell me what I know and what I read
Right.
and what
Right.
I interpreted, because
Right.
I know where the scripture's coming from. I know what it's inspired by. I
Yeah.
know the lessons behind it. So you're not gonna tell me,
Right.
um, some white man wrote this to try to control. No, you're not gonna
Yeah.
do it to me, bro.
It's not gonna work.
It's not
And
gonna
maybe
work.
it's not, and maybe white people, they misuse it, and that's unfortunate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But I'm not going to. I'm not. It's not gonna waver. What I have personally experienced with God. So you
Exactly.
know that's why I don't argue religion. Like, you
No,
know what?
I
I
don't
don't do that.
either. Believe me, like, believe me, I know. I know how to go to any scripture I need to go to. I know
Mm-hmm.
all the books of the Bible. I know all that. So
Yeah.
you can say whatever you want. You can have an opinion, but it ain't
Yeah.
Bible me, bro. It just
Yeah. That's what it is, bro. And that's how Mary had a little lamb.
yeah, straight up, straight up. But
Yeah.
let's get in the first topic. We got to get into this because this happened while we was out too. Affirmative action. So the Supreme Court, they ruled on to repeal affirmative action. For those of you who don't know, this was started by, ironically, the ball got started by an Asian guy. He felt like, what school was it? Harvard.
It was a few like Ivy. I think it was like 2 or 3
Yeah,
Ivy League schools, but Harvard was one of them.
he didn't get in because he felt like affirmative action was the reason why he didn't get in. So again, I say ironically started by Asian guys because again, Asian Americans, African Americans, Latin Americans.
You're covered in affirmative action. So
I feel like affirmative action has helped all of us. So the fact that this guy stated that it didn't help him and he, took it to where it needs to go, all of a sudden now we're here now. It's been repealed. It's been a lot of talk about it. I'll just say this. I feel like at some point in my life, affirmative action has got me to where I'm at now. I know it. It may have been something indirectly, but I feel like it worked for me. I feel like it's worked for a lot of my friends, family, and I just it works for a lot of people that we don't even know. Again, people, don't complain about this if you don't vote. All this stuff starts at the grassroots level, at the congressmen, your state senators. It's not the president. It's not the Supreme Court judges. All this starts by the people who lobby on these bills and these laws. These are people who go to the Supreme Court, who go to the Senate House and say, hey, I want to start this bill because this law needs to be gone. That's how it starts. So it's a lot of you Negroes out there who mad, but a lot of you Negroes also don't vote because you feel like it don't matter. You feel like it don't count. I'm telling y'all, you have to start sticking together.
Yeah.
You got to stick together because what's going to happen, and if you, I'm not lying, you can Google this. Affirmative action is not that old.
It's 50 years.
Yeah. 50 years old. The Civil Rights Bill is not that old.
Yeah.
And I'm telling y'all this, I'm not hoping it happen, but guess what's coming up next? That Civil Rights Bill, all it takes is somebody to challenge it.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. We've already got rid of abortion, right? Roe versus Wade has been around a long time. They finally got rid of it, right? Affirmative action, they finally got rid of that. All I'm saying is something else is coming. It's coming because these people, not all, but some of these people that make laws, that lobby for laws, they are tired of black and brown people being afforded what they call rights or special circumstances because of the color of our skin, which is so ironic all of a sudden. It's just so ironic that now they upset. They're so upset that we're able to get stuff. So my last point is, while we out here worried about KeKe Palmer and whether Jamie Foxx is really alive, or again, this is the type of stuff that we need to stick together on because they did this right underneath our noses. Like,
this has been they have played the long game.
They
this
did.
Didn't start yesterday. This started 10-15 years ago before Trump got into office, and Trump just put it in play. He put it in play to put those justices in there to make this stuff happen. Exactly. So they've been playing the long game for years. You
have people, Latisse, like Candace Owens, Jason Whitlock. See, this is why we can never get stuff passed or never, because for every 100 black people saying we want this, there's like 50 that'll be like, why to act like we have to have our hands down, or we
Mm-hmm.
can go and earn it and hard work like everyone else does. That's the issue with our community, with our delegation. We
Yeah.
don't stick together. That's why that crime bill is still sitting there. That's why
Mm-hmm.
a whole bunch of other bills are just sitting on that desk and nobody
Mm-hmm.
does anything. And
Yeah.
again, I always say this on our pod. I don't have a problem with the LGBT community, but what I do like about them, they stick together, and when they want stuff done, they go to extreme measures.
As they should.
They get, they go to extreme measures until
Yeah.
something's done. The Asian Americans, they went through extreme measures until they got that crime bill for them, that hate crime.
Mm-hmm.
You realize they have a hate crime bill and we don't.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something?
Again, I use that word irony. For those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
look it up. But I use that word because they have a crime bill, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, has anybody ever thought about that the Ku Klux Klan is not considered a hate group? Like, have people really
Yeah.
thought?
Yeah. But the Black Panthers were.
But the black, that's what
And
I
they
asked.
were dismantled as a hate group.
And
Yeah.
it's not like we listen. We not conspiracy theorists. We actually saying
I
facts.
am.
We're saying facts right now. We're
Yes.
actually saying facts. You can look it up. It's not no
Yeah.
that's an opinion. No, this is facts we're saying. So this
Yeah.
affirmative action thing for me, it really bothered me because I have two kids that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I have two kids that's coming up. So this it really bothers me because now it's like, what may change for that generation, not the one behind us, but the two or three that's coming up. That's
We gonna see it.
yeah,
We gonna see it, bro, because I mean, people have to understand the purpose of affirmative action. It's sad that it was needed, right? But affirmative action was put into play because Black people were not being hired during that. And it was specific for Black people
yeah,
during that time. That was during the civil rights movement, and I believe it was like I think maybe Lyndon Johnson. I think Kennedy might have started it, and I think Lyndon Johnson actually, or Kennedy got killed, obviously. So I think Lyndon Johnson actually pushed it through or signed the order or whatever. So it was because of the unfair treatment of for Black people and us being hired and not being hired, even if we're qualified, right?
yeah,
So the purpose of it was to right wrongs, right? And so as they do everything else that has Black people, that's specific to Black people, they attach everything else to it. So not only is affirmative action just cover Black people, it covers people with disabilities, it covers women, it covers other races, other non-whites,
mhm,
right? And so it's not just it wasn't it while it may have started as injustices for Black people, it everybody else is who feels like they are indifferent, they are covered underneath there. So like you said, the irony of the Asian guy who started it, which if you I can't think of his name, but if y'all Google the story, and I'll post it on in the link once I post the website, but post the episode. But he now regrets that he brought that he brought this case up, because now he feels like he was like a they used him as like a smokescreen, like they used him as a tool to repel affirmative action. He was saying that's not what he wanted. He was saying that he felt like affirmative action wasn't working in the favor of Asians like it does everybody else, right? But that's not how it was presented, obviously. And that's not what happened. So now affirmative action, which is it is not every job or every institute uses it, but it is to it's a shame that we need that you have to force the hand, like you said, to have Black people hired, to have women hired, to have people with disability hired. It's basically to force their hand to make it so that we can bypass, people that's getting into Harvard. I think they said 40 something percent, bro, 42, 45% of those people that are in um those predominantly white colleges that are considered Ivy League, 42% of them, which means almost half of them are in school because of legacy,
yep,
right? So that means that somebody went there, somebody donated. So the fact that people say stuff like Black people aren't getting in. First of all, I had a friend that went to Harvard. She's been a straight A, triple A, 4 point student all her life.
yeah,
Okay. What
yeah,
no, she just got in because now she could have been an affirmative action, quota, quote
yep,
unquote, or whatever. But You still have to meet certain markers. That's the thing that the Asian guy is missing. He was missing is that it's not just because you got a good score on your SAT. It's not just because you got good grades. There are other markers they take into place. They're taking to play your personality, you know what I'm saying, school things that you've done, volunteering, you know what I'm saying, those type of things go into consideration. Recommendations from other teachers, other places, like it's a lot that goes into it. So maybe you didn't meet those other markers, you know, and so it's just a privilege thing that, you know, I feel like this guy I follow, he's an author and he's a journalist. I think he write for the Grill. I think his name Michael Harriet. He always how he explained it, it wasn't so much even a repeal on affirmative. This was another smack in the face of black people. This is anti-blackness because they have a problem. This country has uh deep down in their heart problem with black people. And this stuff, if they didn't feel like black people were benefiting from this would not be a thing.
Yeah.
This would not be a thing. This because they hate black people. And the crazy thing is, it's just like we always say, if you hate us so much, you don't want us to go to your school. We get our own schools, we get our own neighborhoods, and because you still hate us so much, you do what? You go into our neighborhoods, and then we have the Tulsa Massacre. Why? We're not bothering you. We're not bothering. You don't want us over here, so we're there. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, but like you said, I hope it's not a. I hope it's not a. Well, I think it is. We've already had they've Roe v. Wade, that's gone. Now we're affirmative action. They have a checklist of things, you all, that they are going to push back on, and that's why I have a problem with the Supreme Court being a lifelong position. I should think we should vote for their asses. Just the president should not be able to choose them. And I know Congress have to approve them too. That has to be the final step. But I feel like but again, like you said, that's when it goes to play people that we're voting, who are voting for them, who are approving them.
Yeah.
We can't stay asleep on these local elections because they are the ones who are pushing these people in there, who are pushing these agendas that are anti-black, and there's no getting around it. It's anti-black, and they're not done because this country hates black people, and they've hated us since we got here. And anything that's why the crime bill is still sitting on the table, because they don't want to they're not going to help us get a hand up. If they can pull that shit back, they are going to. And what we're gonna see is, because affirmative action is not a thing, and because you ain't gonna force the hands of these companies or these schools to do that, you're gonna see that almost probably, I bet you, bro, the when it comes to the enrollment and things like that, it's gonna go down for black people. And it ain't because we ain't smart. We know that. We know we're smart enough. We know we're good enough, but we because they want to have all their, their friends, kids in there, and they want to be associated with, going to Harvard, going to Columbia, going to these great schools. They're gonna put them in there, and half of them in there on C's, like George Bush. He wasn't no straight A student. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's unfortunate, and the only thing we can hope for is, I don't want to wish death on nobody, but until they die, we can't put nobody else. That's the truth, though. Until one of them die, you can't push nobody else up in there, and then you have to hope that it's a death under someone who's favorable to black people. You know what I'm saying? Because Clarence Thomas, I was reading somewhere, he's been on this repeal affirmative action, even though he's a affirmative action baby himself. He's been on this since he was in college.
Yep.
When he was going to school with Hillary and Bill, they were combating his views on this way back when they was kids or young people.
There's a lot of black Republicans or black conservatives that feel like him, feel like others. They just
feel like they didn't. They feel like that they would have got in outside of somebody forcing the hand of this organization. Yeah, it should be. That should be that way. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is it's not. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been no need for it.
Not the real world.
Yeah, and women too.
Yeah,
It's affirmative action covers women too. I mean,
yeah.
it's the benefit that to that for fair hiring, for fair enrollment. Like it's for that reason. So it's yeah, we're not going to have it's the state of country in now, bro. It's a mess. It's a mess.
It goes back to what I always say, man. We the black people who have a big platform are always the ones that shit on the stuff that we need as a culture.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye, Candace Owens, uh,
Yeah.
other
Because they have benefited from it, bro.
exactly,
They're blinded by their wealth.
and they already rich, so
Yeah.
they're blinded. But what they don't understand, but when they make those statements that they make, there's the people who sit up there in the White, I mean, in the White House, in the Capitol building, who say, see what I
Mhm.
mean? Even they say they don't need it, and they
Yeah.
don't understand that does a detriment to our cause.
Yeah.
That does a detriment to people who actually out there with their boots on the ground, who actually out there
Mhm.
challenging the laws, who trying to get stuff changed.
Yeah.
It's you're making it hard on the struggle. You know,
Yeah.
it's already the movement is already hard itself. Think about
Yes.
it. from
Yeah.
the Black Lives movement that's got a big dark cloud over it. But
Mhm.
initially, it was I thought it was great. So now
Mhm.
you got the affirmative action, and now like the
Mhm.
movement, all the movements it's going to be so difficult now
Mhm.
because stuff is starting to get taken away. And again,
Yeah.
civil rights bill, I still say there's probably somebody right now that's
Of
ready
course.
to strike.
Well, bro, you already see how much with the voting bill and how they do stuff to prohibit black people from voting. You know, this that goes back to the systematic stuff we always talking about. Systematically, you over police us, so you put us in jail, and then you put the people in jail, and then you make them a felon, and then you say they can't vote. So that alone right there, that's cutting our votes in half right
Yep.
there, right? So then you do that, and then you say, oh, if you don't have you know, this type of form of, of identification and just like that, like,
Yep.
and or you can't stand in this line, and if y'all in line for 2 hours, you can't have food. It's just a whole bunch of
Who-
bull. And you move your address and you go to, and you vote
yep.
somewhere else, like all that crap to limit our voice. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that they're doing. They're doing it in Florida. They're doing it in Texas. They're doing it in like these Southern Confederate basically states that hate black people but are full of black people. That's I think most of them states, bro, are probably they I thought I saw a study that said like let's say close to 50% of the state is black. But this is how they act. You know what I'm saying? I just sometimes I just be like, I wish we just had our own space away from certain people in this country because you know I don't understand. We pay taxes like everybody else. I know I pay a lot of tax money. Okay. And I should not have to, my people should not have to fight this hard for stuff that people are getting for nothing.
For nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Immigrants come here and have more access to stuff than we do. We born and raised here. Our grandparents are born and raised here. And they the people that come here from as immigrants have access to more resources than we do. That's not right.
You see that every day.
We're paying taxes. They're
Yep.
using our tax money, and then you're gonna restrict us by taking our. You know what? Stop taking our taxes.
Yep.
How about that? That's why I wish, just like the people that are indigenous to this land, like if you are of native, you don't pay taxes, and they shouldn't because it's their fucking land. So they shouldn't. And if I feel like under a part B to that, since y'all got rich off of us, we don't need to pay taxes either. We don't.
Got no objection to me. Shit.
No, we don't. We don't. If we're not gonna benefit from it, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can give money to causes that are not even on this soil, but the stuff that happened over here They want to police what we gonna do with our money. If we decide to get reparations and we decide to buy up all the Bentleys, so fucking what? It's our money. We do whatever we want to do. Now I hope we don't do that, but I'm just saying, if we want to, we can.
It's our money.
So,
And let's just get right into it. So speaking of reparations, so Oklahoma, they just got a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So the Oklahoma judge voted to say no to reparations for the surviving Tulsa members. So when I saw that, the cynical person in me was like, I'm not surprised. But then the person in me was like, they voted no on that. But yet you have the Native Americans, they're getting reparations.
Mm-hmm. As they should.
You have some members of the Holocaust
that didn't happen here,
who are getting money.
Mm-hmm.
That and it didn't happen on this land.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm thinking like, how much money have we given Ukraine since this war has started? But yet we can't give money that's really old. If
that's old to them.
If we gonna be 100, it's really old to those people who still living from that massacre.
Yes.
For not only for pain and suffering,
Mm-hmm.
PTSD, and also what they did to Americans, citizens, on their own land.
Yeah.
This is the only fixture in history where we know that it's factual that American soil was bombed by their own American folks.
Yes. Yep.
So when they say that they don't,
and local authorities were a part of it, which is why Tulsa should be giving them money.
So I'm scratching my head, like, help me understand, like, why, like,
anti-black.
Am I missing something? Like,
no, you're not. It's another example of anti-blackness in this country. It's not because they know these people don't deserve it, bro. It's because they hate black people. They hate it. They hate us. They want to be us and they can't get rid of us. We still great. You can't move without us. But because of all of that, they hate us. And in those people that survived such a, like you said, this happened. This was domestic terrorism. Okay, this is domestic, and for Tulsa, there were other places that were all across this country that were thriving black communities that they literally got out the mud. Okay, worked their asses off, got out the mud, built up their communities that was thriving, had our own doctors, had our own hotels, had our own movie theaters, had our own hospitals, had our own banks, everything, dentists. I mean, just thriving and community based. And because of that, because of all the stuff that y'all do to black people, and we still make it out, it's just like they can't figure it out, and I feel like, bro, it enrages them more. It enrages them more because by definition, any people that went through what we went through, we should be all dead. We should all, be, just have this woe is me, attitude about life, and just, but we still find joy and we still make stuff work, and they just can't, they hate that they can't get rid of us. And it's old. If anybody is old, it's those survivors. They were literally there when it happened, and to know that it was something that was perpetrated by local authorities, I don't understand. But that's the hate that this country has and that judge has, and this is why, again, that's why it's important again to when we voting again locally, because that's a local judge that's doing that. So now we should see that, get our ass up out of there.
That's how
Bye. You know what I'm saying? Or him, get him out of there. You're not you're not gonna be sitting on this court. The next time it come around, black people should be loud and saying this person does not deserve to be a judge.
And let's take it another step further. Whoever runs for that seat to be a judge, the black people should ask that person, male or female, will you vote to get reparations for the remaining Tulsa members?
Yes.
And if they
Yes.
say no,
Period.
vote for you. We're not voting for you.
Absolutely. We're taking our vote somewhere else.
Yep.
That's what we scared to do. Like, we scared to say stuff. That's what the LGBTQ people say. That's what them Asians are saying. That's what Hispanics are saying when they wanted to get, things passed for immigration and things like that. They're going to these people and saying, listen, we specifically need this for our people. Are you going to do it? If you're going to do it, we bring all these votes with us. If you're not, we're not going to vote for you. Period. You can't win without us. And to know that should know that's our power. So I don't understand that. Like, and all these people that support these companies that are supporting people that are against black people, we need to stop buying from them.
Stop buying from them.
We spend more money than anybody in this country, and they treat us like crap. You go to the Louis store, we got all this Louis, this Gucci, and you go in that store, they about to lock your ass up in about 2 seconds because they don't even know why you're in here.
Yep.
Forget that you work hard. You know what I'm saying? That you saving your money to go buy, but they treat us like crap, and we still patronize them beyond me.
Spend money on them,
making they rich and they families rich. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, it goes back, like you said, collectively, we had to do better. Like, I just wish our black leaders were stronger. We know everybody can't be the leader, but the ones that do step up to the plate, like, we got to support them, and we got to just make our voices stronger, because I'm sick of them. I'm sick of feeling like, like you said, it's a messed up feeling, bro. That's always like, I ain't surprised. We should be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Like being mistreated should not be normal for us. And we shouldn't be always have to feel like defeat is something that's what it means to be black in America, just to be defeated. Like, I'm sick of that.
All we care about is how great Trump was because he gave us stimulus.
And that stimulus money is what? It's gone.
Fucking gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. So again, that's why I say we don't stick together on the right stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the right stuff, like the stuff that really matters long term. Meaning, how come I can't get a fucking loan over a business?
Right.
How come I can't get a loan to buy a home?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How come the healthcare in my neighborhood is shitty?
Right.
How come all the people in my neighborhood got the highest rate of diabetes?
Right.
All that other stuff.
How come it's a food desert?
Yeah, it's a food desert. How come there's always a freaking liquor store, a fast food restaurant, not a big chain, but like a fast food restaurant, and that comes to a gas station that's owned by somebody that's not from my community, but they open a gas station in here. They don't want to hire one of us to work in there. And then on top of that, when we come in there to buy stuff, because we can't really go nowhere. We can't really go nowhere else to buy stuff because the other stuff is 20 miles away. So we got to go buy it, but then they treat us like a piece of crap.
Mm-hmm. We used to convenience, bro, because like you said, that's what's in our neighborhoods. But if it takes us another 20 minutes, maybe to go, if we got to get chicken, if it takes me another 10 minutes to go to Uncle Remus, or Harold's, not just because I like that chicken better, but because the J&J or the Sharks in our neighborhood are they rude to, you know what I'm saying? Or it's not black owned. Like, we just have to be better on doing black stuff on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, as unfortunately, it's not going to be convenient for us because our neighborhoods don't have, a lot of them don't have that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that it's systematic. Like, bro, it's a Chinatown in Chicago. It's a Jew town, it's a German town, and I'm saying it's certain parts of the city and the suburbs that are basically all Hispanic. Whether it's Puerto Ricans in over there by the Vision, or whether it's Mexicans, in Melrose Park. Like, they have specific areas for them where they don't even have the language. They don't even have English on their doors, right? You go to Chinatown, and you see all those Asian, spots down there. It's just got Asian, and this is in America. This is Chicago, but we cannot say the same. We cannot go to one area, bro, in this area in Chicago where it's like a string of just black stuff. That's all black owned, because all that stuff that's ain't no soul food joint in Chinatown. Okay, ain't
No,
no soul food joint in Melrose Park. You know what
no,
I'm saying? Like this is all their stuff, and that's fine, as they should. But we don't have that. We don't have a block that's all black owned, that we can call our own. And that pisses me off, because like I said, it's all these are other towns, little sectors in the city that have that. And every time we have it, it gets destroyed. Like I remember when they was trying to do that out south, I forgot, it was right off of King Drive. It was a real nice spot out there. It was called maybe Blue 42, or I forgot what it was, but it was by Jokes and Notes was there. It was that restaurant. It was another like boutique. It was like a little strip mall, but somehow that got burned down
yeah.
or whatever. But it's always something, bro. It's just always something. Like I'd be glad when we can go to the strip mall and I can see that boutique is owned by a sister, the beauty supply is owned by a sister. There's a brother and that's his barbershop. There's a dentist office right there. There's a clinic right there, and it's all black owned. Like it should be like that. Because we have black doctors, we have black nurses, we have a bunch of black stylists. You know what I'm saying? So it's just we gotta do collective be better of putting our stuff together and then patronizing it. And don't go into the shop singing, "Can I get a discount?" And then on the flip side too, bro, we have a problem too with making sure that we being nice to each other.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the customer service part, like we don't do well with that. We don't do well with being nice to each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Good
it's a
morning.
lot. It's
Good
a
morning.
lot of stuff.
But is it a good morning, motherfucker? Like that's it,
Right. Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot, bro. But it's just messed up. Just
yeah,
discouraging sometimes. But
it is. But I mean, let's stand to the point on uh, black uh, awareness, black pride, black self pride. Like the whole thing with India Arie,
mhm.
it was the Essence Fest last week, right? And you know,
Yeah.
yes, they had some entertainers, and they had Janelle Monáe and Meg Thee Stallion. They all performed or whatever. They was
She was an odd person to be on the ticket, honestly.
ooh, ooh.
Meg the Stallion.
Well, from what I understand, every year it's starting to get younger and younger. So,
Okay.
so that's why she was on the headline ticket. Um, but I guess Meg do her thing. She twerk, she do her thing. Janelle Monáe, she on this little kick now where she's showing her breasts now and being liberated and all that. But I guess NDRE had made a post which I thought was very enlightening and uplifting, but pretty much she was just saying, I just want our sisters to carry themselves with pride and not always demean each other and such and such. And people got on her about
Yeah.
that and was saying that she hating and this and that. But to me, I didn't think it was hating. I just thought it was one of those where she's a real soulful sister. She's a real thought provoker. I just really felt like she's just saying like, hey, black women, we don't always have to be a bitch to one another.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always have to sexualize ourselves to be taken serious. Like that's what I took it as. But some people was like she hating because she can't do it, because she old, her knees bad or whatever. Like it got to the point where the comments was just like, here we go. I know this person is black, so here we go. We just demean each other all over again. And this is exactly what she was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't. And she didn't back down. She doubled down the next day.
As she should.
Good, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
and again, I know Meg. That's her thing. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I understand she's gonna do that. That's her thing. Um, I get Janelle Monáe's thing, whatever she's on. But even with Cardi B, even with the Sexy Red Pound Town, like all that sexualization in music, it sells. Like I don't ever think it's ever gonna stop to the point where you're gonna have women rappers who not gonna talk about that. That's just what they do. The issue I always have with the universe and with music is where's the balance?
Right.
Because I know a dope female rapper right now, Rhapsody. She don't even get
One
the
of the best. Yeah.
that these other chicks do and Rhapsody is cold.
Better than all of them.
All of
Period.
them. But
Period.
because she's not half naked, she's not being
Yeah.
sexualized. Boom, she don't get the same type of love.
Absolutely. It's on, bro. I'm sorry. Indy Arie was right, and
Yeah.
you can call me old fogey too, and disconnected. This sexual liberation shit is going too far. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't see white artists doing this. You just don't. Like the radio is super trash. Like I'm stuck in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s because the radio, I don't want to hear Pound Town. Okay. I just don't. I don't want to hear that. Like it's
Coochie pink, booty hole brown. You don't want to hear that?
no, I don't even know what that means. It's just I'm that far gone. Okay. I'm 42. I am not in the loop. Like it's so stupid. Like I just don't understand, bro, why like you said, it's no balance. All the girls, and it's on to me, it's they have over sexualized black women's bodies since we got here.
Yes.
Okay. They have put us on display and have have like demeaned us, but also taking advantage of our bodies since we got here. And so to use it to not think of our bodies as sacred. You know what I'm saying? It's at some point it is disheartening. Like Arie said, she's been doing this. She has always been a voice for women positivity, uplifting women. So for them to come at her as if like, that's not her thing. Her thing is with Essence and what they're promoting and what it used to be about. It used to be about Black excellence. It used to be a fun, good time. And it was about good music and, having a twerk contest on stage. You wouldn't have thought that would be something. You look at that at like in a Luke Fest. You know what I'm saying? At South Beach, like Essence Festival. It used to be like good music, live music, jazz. Like you're down in the Delta. I mean, in New Orleans, it's just like, come on. And it's just like I did think it was inappropriate. I mean, I know if you got Meg on the ticket, that's what you're gonna get. That's what she do. She's gonna twerk. She got the knees. I ain't mad at her. You know what I'm saying? She got a beautiful body. Like she gonna do that. She gonna show off. She gonna go in. That's what Meg does. I just would have thought that would be Essence Festival person either, you know what I'm saying? But with them trying to be younger, but that's the sad thing too, bro. With them trying to be younger, what are we feeding our young people? Like, what are 5-year-olds listening to? 5-year-olds should not know Pound Town.
And they do.
And we don't even understand we're putting this stuff in there. It's in their minds, no matter what they may not know what booty hole, pinky, whatever the lady said, brown or whatever. All that stuff.
Booty hole brown.
Yeah. They don't know what that stuff is, but it's getting programmed into their brain. It's programming. Even for a 5-year-old, she may not understand it, but it's in there. You know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff that we're promoting to our kids, bro, it's terrible. They don't have anything positive to listen to.
Nothing.
It's all drugs, it's all sex, and then we wondering why, like, all our kids, like, why the age group for kids to get like HPV vaccines is damn near gonna be 9 years old because every year we add in extra stuff.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's too much, bro. It's too much. I'm sick of it. I'm personally tired of it. Like it's no balance. Like you said, back in the day, you had for every little Kim, you had and Foxy, but then you had Queen Latifah, you had MC Light, you had, it was a balance. We had both. Now everybody is just like, pop your coochie, get that money, get the head. It's just, I'm sick of it, bro. It's like that's the messaging, and these record companies are doing it on purpose, and it's detrimental. Like, our kids are dumber and dumber. Like, they literally, like, the moral values, like, people want to be like, oh, it's sexual liberation. This, in other countries, bro, they can't, that's not even on the radio.
No.
They don't even know what Pound Town is.
No.
It's parts of Asia. People can say, oh, that's a dictatorship. Well, sometimes we do need restrictions. Like, it's some stuff kids in Asia ain't never gonna see. They shouldn't, because they kids. They shouldn't see it. Like, it should be censored. I don't want my child to know what this stuff is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's disheartening, and I'm sick of it. Like, I am tired of every song on the radio being, you know, um, just about head and coochie, and come on, y'all ain't let us talk about, bro.
I always, where's the balance? The balance.
Ain't no balance.
Ain't no balance anymore.
You got Sukiana, all she talk about is eating booty hole, eating it, and then she get mad when somebody kiss her. You all are sending mixed messages. I'm sorry, you are. You are.
Look at her. I mean,
now she disappeared.
She doing shows. She got a record that literally says, "I eat ass." Now look, whatever you eat ass, whatever. My thing is, why do the world have to know?
We don't have to know.
And then you promote it so hard, and I'm not saying that is right, but
absolutely,
what type of conversation you think a dude about to have with you? Like, you really think he finna come at you on some, you know what? I want to get to know your intellectual. No,
hell no.
He not. He finna.
Hell no.
He want to see what color that booty hole is.
He want to see what that mouth do, and he want to see what color that booty hole is. All of it.
Talk about. So I mean, again, I always say this, man. Presentation means a lot. I do.
Context.
Like,
yeah.
But I mean, some people might get mad and be like, well, you can't judge all women. I get that, but
yeah,
but if women are really presenting themselves like that
as whores,
divorce, what do you think a dude is gonna do? Like, a dude is not gonna lead the conversation with you, asking you about affirmative action. He's not.
He's not. No.
Lead the conversation with, like, man, when can I come over? What that mouth do? Do you swallow XYZ? That's what he's gonna lead the conversation off with.
Yeah.
I'm being real. So I mean,
that's the truth, bro. And our girls, they kind of feel like that they have to go. They because it's all they see. There is no alternative. You know what I'm saying? It's no alternative to where it's they almost feel like they got to.
Yeah.
And I feel like these younger girls, they feel like, they not gonna be the butt end of guys' jokes, and they not gonna get rolled on. So their attitude is, we gonna roll on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a disconnect. Like, nobody wants emotions, nobody wants love, but that's not what Taylor Swift's singing about.
No.
And all the rest of those girls, Meghan Trainor, all the rest of those girls, those pop girls, or the white girls listen to. They listen to all these love songs, and that's why they get married at 23 and 24. And no, seriously, their culture pushes that. They get married, they get a house, and they start their generational wealth. We don't have that. We don't have that messaging. Our young girls are saying, get that head, get that bread, and leave. They're not talking about love, honey. They don't want nothing to do with love. And that's it's unfortunate.
Wow.
And if they do talk about love, it's toxic. And it's the bad of it, and it's just ain't no balance, like you said. It just ain't no balance.
That's the only thing. It just ain't no balance. But I mean, this is hip hop, the culture.
It's on purpose though, bro. It's on purpose.
Like, we could get really deep in it. We can talk about who really makes money off us, the hip hop culture. Like, we can another topic, whatever. But I just thought Arie was very thoughtful. I thought her words, she was trying to uplift.
I'm gonna pull up exactly what she said. Just so before we close it out, I'm gonna pull up exactly what she said. She said, "This issue The issue is what is context. Humanity does everything, but does everything belong in the stage? No. Is everything for kids? No. Is everything for everybody? No. So when we as a culture make something like this mainstream, it shows a lack of discretion and discernment. To those in my comments who laugh at anyone who wants these things out for our culture to certainly have that right, just as many folks have the right to want our mainstream international export, our music, to show us in a respectful light. I like to go on the record saying, this won't age well, and that's my issue. I love Janelle and Meg the way I love us all, and I don't like this moment. Don't bother debating me. Laugh out loud. I don't care. I do this. For 25 years, I've done this. So read, ponder, or don't.
Check.
Message.
We're gonna be both.
Message. Nobody. That's what she's saying. Like she's like, I've headlined Essen Festival before. And it wasn't about this. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing positive. Like, I don't know what Janelle Monáe on, if she on some midlife crisis, going on with her, but you know, it, I feel like to me, she's been putting out music for a long time, bro. And she ain't never did this.
Never.
And I feel like she's just doing it's almost gimmicky to me. I feel like it's gimmicky in the sense that, this ain't about liberation. This is all about getting attention and getting, getting attention in record sales.
Streams up.
And getting them streams up. I absolutely, because the music can speak for itself. It's not, her album is not bad. It's not a bad album. I like her music before she started showing her titties. Like, her showing her titties does not make me want to her. Maybe for somebody who don't know her, or maybe somebody who like her like that, but she's always put out decent music to me. So I already have her in my in my library on Apple. So I don't need to see her titties. They may be nice and perky, but I don't need to see them. Like, it's not gonna make me want to buy her, album anymore. But it seemed gimmicky.
Some little 16-year-old boy somewhere in suburbia America, he loved to look at them titties.
Shoot, some 40-year-old man right now is loving it. So
that's true too.
It just got nothing to do with her music. I'm just. She went from being buttoned up,
she's real
in her white, her white tuxedo shirts, and now she's just. And she's so pretty. I'm like, she's beautiful. I just don't get it.
I don't get
really don't get it
either. But hey, it's out there, and there we have it with her.
Yeah, there we have it, bro.
So we saved the last topic for obvious reasons, because one of your favorite artists, one of my favorite artists of all time. He probably got one of the best R&B albums in the last 20 years, in my opinion. Usher.
USHERRAYMOND. Usher, baby. That's what we talking about. When Moses come back. There you go.
we getting ready to talk about Usher Raymond.
Yeah. You missed you missed me spelling his name.
What'd you say?
USHERRAYMOND.
AKA Mr. Girl.
Literally.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Mr. Don't leave your girl around me. True play for real. That's my nigga for real.
So Pharrell's co-signing right now, but
yeah.
He was in the news. Usher was in the news. I don't know if it was. I've been thinking about the last week or so. I think Usher probably needs more blame, but we'll get into that in a minute.
That's what Charlamagne said.
So um, KeKe Palmer was out in Vegas attending Usher's show. As you know, KeKe Palmer recently just had a baby. Um, she's grown now. KeKe is not little KeKe anymore. She's grown.
No, she's not.
She looks nice. So she was at Usher's show. Usher. If you ever been to Usher's show in Vegas, he always has this segment where he serenades a person in the crowd. Usually, it's a celebrity that's there, a celebrity that's there. So he always serenades the young lady. Well, it appeared that KeKe Palmer had on an outfit that she wore to Usher's show that might have been a little bit too much for the world to see per her baby daddy. Um, there's a video of her hugging Usher, the video of Usher singing his song, There Goes My Lady. He's serenading Miss KeKe. And then he gives Miss KeKe this look as she walks off because he looks directly at her onion. Now,
Her onion.
the baby daddy had a moment and he took it to Twitter and said that my child's mom shouldn't be out here like that. She's a mother and she shouldn't be dressed like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that tweet went viral and boy, it shook up social media for, I always say this, it shook up social media for about 36 to 48 hours.
Yes.
Then the next thing happened. But
Yeah.
so it was a lot of think pieces. There was a lot of opinions about the baby daddy of KeKe Palmer tweeting that and KeKe Palmer's outfit and was she wrong for dancing with Usher and letting Usher serenade her, and it was a lot of think pieces. So I'm gonna keep it real simple. One, Usher ain't shit. I'm gonna say that.
Oh.
He saw KeKe. He knew
Mm-hmm.
he knew what KeKe was looking like, and he milked it for the performance. I get it. My only issue with the young brother, the baby daddy, he shouldn't have tweeted that. And here's
Sure.
stuff like that. You supposed to keep in house with you and your girl, you and your wife or whatever. He should have talked to her about that. I don't know if he knew what she had on. To me, it didn't matter. She was on a so-called girls trip because they were celebrating whatever. I
She
think
was the
what he
only one
should
that
have
was
did.
naked. And he is coming back.
I felt
Okay.
I felt like he should have called her phone
Mm-hmm.
and told her, as a man, as a father of your child, I wasn't too um, happy about your outfit. He should have been like, I thought it was too revealing. I thought it was somewhat inappropriate. But you're away, and when you get back, let's talk more about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think for a moment, he did what most young guys do, what this generation does. They take to social media with all their problems or emotions. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore, he got ridiculed by women, by women, okay?
Mm-hmm.
By women who felt like, one, he was insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Two, felt like because he ain't married, he can't tell her what to wear. And lastly, which I thought was the funniest one, is that, oh, it's Usher.
I mean, I get that part.
Oh,
Oh.
oh, I feel like this. As a man in your relationship, baby mama, baby daddy, I feel like at the end of the day, you have the right to express how you feel to your significant other, partner, whatever. That's just that you have that right. Okay, you have that right to do that, and it doesn't matter what other people think or what other people say. That's your right as a person. And I also think as a woman, you have to know your spouse or your significant other or your partner. If you know potentially me hugging if you as a woman, you know if I hug this guy or if I talk to this guy, if it may make my partner uncomfortable, maybe I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
If you know I got this outfit on, it may be a little too fitting. I may be revealing too much. My partner may not like that. That's just me because I operate under the word respect. To me, that's what it's all about. It's all about respect. You may not think it's nothing wrong, but you don't know what I'm thinking. And I think you should, as my partner, you should try to find that out.
Mhm.
Because women have to understand when you enter into a relationship, it's not always just about me anymore. Yes, I know I'm voluptuous. I got big breasts. I got thighs. I got a big booty. I get all that. Some stuff you can't hide. But some stuff you don't need for him to see your whole ass tattoo either.
Mhm.
That's just me. And there are a lot of women who felt like guys like that are just insecure, which to me I think is bullshit because here we go. If I feel a way, I should be able to tell my spouse, my wife, without her weaponizing that against me because I have an opinion. If I don't
Right.
like what you got on, that don't mean I'm insecure, bitch.
Right.
I can't find a way to do that because what they do is they really mess up a man's mental because now this man thinks, well, every time I'm going through something, or every time I want to say something, I feel like my words don't mean nothing or tough shit. You be a man, get over it. No,
Mhm.
it's a lot of fucked up men out here like that that women wish would open up to them, but they can't because of a
Mhm.
woman who messed them up mentally.
Mhm.
And old boy went off Twitter. He said it wasn't because of the people who was tweeting him and all that. Whatever. I think it was. He probably
It
wanted to.
was.
He got tired of seeing all those mentions. But KeKe, she hasn't said anything. I don't know if she will. Um, Frankly, I really don't care if she do or not because to me, I think it was all a part of a rollout because that next day she promoted that movie so fast. She did the videos so fast. So I feel like, hey, this worked in her favor. She got a whole bunch of traction, a whole bunch of mentions.
Right.
All the while, I'm gonna close out, leave it to you. The nigga who really is his fault is Usher Raymond.
The fact
Usher,
that you're blaming Usher is so funny to me.
Usher started this. Now
Oh,
people think now Usher's show should only be for women. But that's not true.
right.
That's just a portion of his show. But Usher has started something. Now you got the women who now recently who was at the show with their guy. Now these women don't even come up to Usher no more. They just let him. They don't let Usher touch them. None of that.
They
So
scared.
and hey, they don't want again. It might not be because they scared Tease, but maybe they know the type of dude they got at
That's
home.
what I'm saying. They don't want that smoke at home.
They want that smoke. And yeah, I blame Usher Raymond.
Usher is like he's the ultimate entertainer, so
Yeah,
I can't blame him, but because he's just doing his lady be at the show, so you know
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah,
performing,
yeah.
he's entertaining, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you said, it was a whole bunch of weird think pieces about this that honestly, bro, you know, as a woman and seeing other women talk about this, it's just really confusing to me. Like, it was confusing to me as a woman because I was trying to think like sometimes people I don't know, bro, if they believe this stuff they were saying or if they was just trying to lay on it to make a point. Right? Because I'm not gonna believe women are in relationships with men and they don't consider their mate's feelings with what they wear. Right? I don't believe that. Okay. I mean, people can say, well, that's controlling and you can't control anybody what they wear. Sure. But as you said, there are some things that the thing about being in a relationship is that both of us have boundaries that as a couple for the betterment of our relationship that I am not going to do certain things for respect of my mate, and I hope vice versa.
Yep.
That's what being in a relationship, part of it being is having a mutual respect for each other. So the idea that I can dress like I dressed when I was single, I just don't believe that. And I don't want to. If I have a whole man at home, and if he want me to be sexy for him, I'll do that. I'll be that for him. You know what I'm saying? But if he's uncomfortable with me walking around in, with the thong dress on, which is what KeKe had on, maybe I won't wear that, or maybe if he's more comfortable when he's with me, then fine. I said this on somebody post what I think what her baby daddy did. I think I don't agree with him bringing it to social media, but at the same time, it's his business. If he feels like he might feel like she did it in public, I'm gonna address it in public because I feel that way because I think it had some. I said it had some Will Smith on it in that you know prior to this, bro. If you watch them even a little bit, if you watch KeKe, if you follow her on social media, like people were calling him like the babysitter,
They were.
right? And they call him like broke boy,
Yeah.
and all kinds of names that if you're as a man, you just it wasn't uplifting things, right? And so I think being that since she had the baby, so you got two things going on. You got her coming into loving her body now because now she got baby curves. You know what I'm saying? She got a little thick and she love it, which is fine. She should. Like a lot of women go through postpartum because they hate their bodies. KeKe like I like this weight. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So she's embracing her curves and she's still a young woman as she should, right? And he was embracing it too. I mean, it was pictures. He got videos and pictures of her twerking in the video and all that stuff. But people was pointing that out, but she wasn't naked. It wasn't like she had on a whole like cat suit on. KeKe ass was out. KeKe ass was out. Okay. It's no getting around it. Her whole ass was out.
Yeah.
And so maybe that caught him off guard, right? And so he has a right to, like you said, say, I don't feel comfortable. Well, I didn't like that outfit. I wish he would have did it at home. That's me personally. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like part of him probably was trying to show that, you know, like a put his foot down situation, kind of like,
Keep
you
my
know,
babe out
I
your.
know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like maybe feeling a bit emasculated over the last few months of people calling him babysitter and all this stuff. And maybe in that moment, he felt like, you know, KeKe dancing in Usher face. Like, he maybe felt like maybe he felt super disrespected. I don't know. But if at the same time is like people talking about him being a broke boy, he needs to get a job. KeKe went after that man where he was at, whatever he's doing. So if he was a broke boy, she ain't had a problem with it. She had you can't, people, I don't understand how women were saying like, like if the attitude is I make all the money, you can't tell me nothing. You're not gonna keep a man like that. I can tell you that right now. That's not gonna go well for you. It's not gonna go well.
Nope.
And I don't think like I think people that were championing her like, girl, he just hating and do you was a bunch of single people. I saw it with my own eyes, and I know these women, they were single. And I'm sitting here saying, this little infraction they had, it's not a relationship breaker. It shouldn't be. It's a conversation they can have about how they're gonna dress stuff they don't like and move on. People that were championing her to leave him, to me, shows misery and just like hating, because I'm sitting here like, KeKe, if you let these people talk you out of relationship, then over something like this, that's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And older women doing this, I'm saying, y'all old and single. She in a relationship, or at least she was in a relationship with somebody that seemingly they cared for each other. He knew how much she made. She knew how much he made before then. That shouldn't, how much he make don't mean he don't have no voice. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. And I don't think any man will want to be in a relationship like that. So if that's how she feels and that's how women feel, that's gonna be a lot of continuation of single black women because this I don't that's the reality is men are not gonna I don't care how much money you make, is there's certain things when it comes to hierarchy, and maybe it's just antiquated thinking in my on my end, but men just don't like that
They don't
in
like it.
general.
They're not gonna
And
put
not
up with
saying he don't like her being a boss and being I mean, in a sense of being about her business, I'm sure that's attractive to him. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you still have to allow a man to have a voice, to allow him to be a man, allow him to have leadership because that's what you all are DNA to do. It's no getting. We can talk about how we want to, but that's how your DNA to do. And
Yep.
if when we break out of that, that's where confusion comes. And I just was like surprised at all the women saying she ain't married, she can do that. What that mean? Because the same women who saying that, bro, I can tell you, if let your boy go on there and like somebody picture that you don't know, you in the comments, you trying to figure out how he know her, how long. I mean, and that could be considered insecurity if you want to go there. So it's just like y'all need to start. It's like knock it off. Like I don't know if it's internet talk Jay was on, bro, or if it's just women really believe in that. But if they really got that thinking, that's gonna be that's gonna be probably then to me it's like, okay, this explains why we're number one single women on earth, because ain't no dudes finna roll with that. They
Not
not finna roll with that, bro.
not
It is just like
so real.
I grew up my daddy 1000% controlled what I wore. Okay. To this day, even if I think I'm wearing something sexy, bro, I promise you it's probably nothing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably nothing because I never been a person that was very revealing anyway. If you get a low cut shirt out of me, that's about probably far as I'm gonna go because that's just the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been modest in that sense, and that's just how I dress, right? But I just don't get that thinking. I don't believe that women believe that, because you can't have it both ways, bro. You can't have it both ways. And if he is insecure, which it seemingly could have been an insecure moment when you're in a relationship with somebody that you care about. If I've done something and I love this man and it's triggering for him in the insecure way, I don't why would I want to trigger him? That doesn't make sense. Like, he can love himself as a person. Like, I always tell people get confused with insecurity. They'll be like insecurity is like me. You could be insecure as far as hating yourself, hating your skin, hating your size. You can be that, but that doesn't. I don't think that's what's going on in this situation. Being not feeling secure in your relationship is a relationship thing.
Yeah.
And maybe it could be from some prior stuff that happened, but as us working together, we supposed to work that out. It ain't supposed to be, oh, you a lame, you a goofy, you insecure. What? That's my man. If I'm doing something that's triggering to him, and this is the person I love, like let's figure this out together.
He's
And I
supposed
hope
to
he
tell
does
you.
the same thing for me.
He's supposed to tell you. He's supposed to say, Tease, you know what? I got a problem with what that is, but you got to already like that. Y'all
Yeah.
supposed to tell you that.
We're supposed to talk about it and we come to a common ground. And if within our conversations, in the sense of what my expectations are, if it don't work for him, then that must mean that maybe we ain't the best fit for each other. And that's okay.
Right.
It's okay. Like, I mean, but I don't understand why we're championing to be naked anyway. Like, why do you want to be naked and showing your booty on Usher when you're in a relationship? Why? Why? What for what? What's the purpose? Like, you know what I'm saying? Not saying that's what KeKe was doing. I'm just saying people that was just saying like she could do that. Like, if it was me, I'm aware of this. But yeah, but if your man don't like that, why would you want to do that? Why are we campaigning to do that? I don't understand.
And and if your man was there, you shouldn't be shaking your ass in front of Usher. You shouldn't be doing the turnaround in front of Usher. Like,
Right.
women, like here's my thing. The women who saying that bullshit, they cannot be in a relationship.
They ain't, bro. I can tell you when I saw
They,
they wasn't.
they cannot be. I
Yeah.
know, I know everybody's man is different, but again, a real dude not gonna sit there and let another dude just turn his woman around while he's sitting there. Usher,
Yeah,
Prince, Michael Jackson, Luther, Freddie Jackson. Yeah,
yeah,
ain't no real man gonna go for that. They're not
yeah,
gonna go for that. They just not.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah.
and then stop comparing them to Russell Sierra, Jay Z, and Beyonce.
Mhm.
That have nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with that conversation.
Yeah.
It had
And
nothing
people were
to
saying that too, bro. They were saying that too. Like, well, Sierra was naked and Beyonce and Rihanna. Here's the thing. To be honest, just me personally, I don't think it's appropriate for them either. But y'all love them. Y'all love Sierra, you love Beyonce, you love Rihanna, so they can walk down the red carpet, with their ass out and nobody says anything. But I don't think it's appropriate for them either. So that's just me personally. So people, that was the other thing people were saying, like, well, they with their husbands, or it to me, that's again, that's just me being old fogey and think it's just over sexualizing black women and women, period. Like, we can't put all this our bodies out there and then, you know, expect people to be take us serious sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I just don't think everything has to be naked all the time, and that's all you see. And I don't feel like if your guy doesn't want that, that's fine. And if the ones who don't do it, if they had a problem with it, that's fine too. It works for them. This didn't work for KeKe boyfriend, so that's fair.
I'm gonna end it like this. If a man, the man you with, if he can't tell you what he dislikes and likes about your wardrobe, then he don't need to be your man. You need to have a motherfucking puppet.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
simple as that. And, and
yeah.
and you women who really believe that the man you be with can't tell you nothing, good luck. Have fun. Have fun with
Good
that.
luck.
Cause
Bro,
I'm
they
here.
gonna be walking right into singleness.
I'm here to tell you women this. You don't want a man with no backbone.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want a man
Uh-huh.
with backbone. Trust me. You
Yeah. Nobody wants to, bro. A real woman don't want no weak dude. Period.
Yeah, but I'm talking to these women who that be in these comments talking about what I won't allow a man to do. Y'all the same ones that be upset when a man say what I won't allow my woman to do. Stop
Mm-hmm.
it. Stop that.
Yeah, but be the same ones mad at somebody liking his picture. So
Yeah,
stop,
stop it. Just
stop.
just take your little single ass. Y'all go to Sunday brunches and ass on the table.
Y'all can twerk together. Y'all
And
can
then,
twerk singleness.
and then by 2:30 when brunch over, y'all drunk. Go to your phone like you do to try to text one of these dudes to see if he
Mhm.
you on the Sunday, and he probably don't because he probably at church with his family.
Facts. He preaching, y'all. I gotta get us a hallelujah. I gotta get us a hallelujah.
For real.
You preaching. I gotta get you preaching, son. Cause you ain't lying, bro. That's exactly what's going on. And I just like people were saying, well, he's just insecure. He should get over it. And she makes too much money and she's in his bag. I'm saying, you know what? This money talk is going, it's exactly what Iana was talking about, and they don't want to hear it. Like, there is a reason that we have to evaluate women. And like you said, people gonna be mad at me too. I do not care. You know, I want to be in my femininity, okay? And I want to be with a man that makes me tap into feminine. I don't want a man that's gonna make me tap into being Glorilla.
Yeah.
I just don't want that. If I have to be aggressive and I have to be, you know, F and F talking to him, like, that's what I want. I want a dude that makes me get in baby voice. That's what I want. Like, I want that's gonna bring out the natural softness of me. Like, that's who I want to entertain. And if
Period.
yes, I'm not gonna be arguing with, oh, these are clothes, bro. These are
Yeah.
clothes. Like, why am I arguing with my man because I want to show my thong in public? That's a problem, ladies. I'm sorry. Why do we want to do that? Why
Wow.
do you even want to do that? That's the problem there. I mean, if you're getting attention from your man, if you have, like, why do we want that? I just don't understand that. That's what I'm saying. Maybe it's just me being old fogey, but I just don't get it. I personally did not get the conversation of of why are we championing it. And I promise you, bro, I feel like women were happy because people, I don't even think they realize it, bro. I don't even think they realize how miserable that comes off
Miserable.
to champion a relationship breaking up. So you want another home to break up over clothes. So a young boy, you want him to be separated from his father because he don't like his mama clothes that she wears in public.
And you gonna
What are we talking about here?
call him insecure. You don't even know the fucking man. You gonna
You
call
don't know him. You don't know him. And I just hope that,
another
you know, because listen, truthfully, who was KeKe with before she met him?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Me either. Me either. So it wasn't probably with nobody serious.
Probably wasn't. Hell, the fact that she got knocked up, I was like, damn, somebody actually was hitting that. Okay.
Right. So like that lady you posted, bro, like that in the video. So you can let a whole dude nut up in you, but he can't tell you about your clothes. Ladies, we gotta relax.
I mean, hey,
We gotta relax.
I'm
We can't.
glad
That doesn't make sense.
yeah, that you said. I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you said it.
I mean, no, I'll say it. You can let a dude nut up in you, nut on you, and but him saying that outfit is too much. Well, I draw a line there. What kind of backwards thinking are we thinking? That's just crazy. It makes zero sense.
And once again, this is some of that podcast. And y'all heard Latisse. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, Latisse just dropped a word. I'm gonna put that video on the IG page so people
Yeah,
can because
put it on there, bro. Because that lady was preaching. I was confused all week about what women were saying and people just being like talking about old boy. I'm just like, he's young. They both young. They ain't even 30 years old. They doing young people stuff. We did stupid stuff when we was younger, and like the women should be like us, my age group, instead of making think pieces about, about a guy not being able to tell you what to do and all this stuff, which is just, it's really dry coochie energy, to be quite honest. It really is. It's just like,
on my finger, hey, what?
I'm just saying, it's really, really giving I'm not getting anything. Like, really giving I need my back broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, like, instead of us being older women and encouraging healthy relationships, like, the negative stuff that I saw, bro, it really bothered me as an older woman and older woman and looking at these young people having a little spat on the internet. Like, we shouldn't champion this. Like, we're supposed to tell the girls, like, hey, you know what? Like you just said, like we just talked about, and I'm gonna be done. Like, hey, you know what? I understand you want to wear that, you know what I'm saying? That's fine. But if your guy has a problem with it, maybe reevaluate it. Like, wear in the house with him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe ask him why, ask him a reason, find a compromise, but don't just, if he's feel disrespectful, if he feel disrespected, and if he feels like you're emasculating him in public and in front of everybody, like you just said, bro, good luck with keeping them.
Good luck.
Because here's the thing, you want a man or you don't. If you want a man, or you don't. If you want to be single, be single. But if you want a man, you have to think as a couple. Like, that's just common sense. I don't understand why we want to get a man and think and want to do the same single shit. That does not make sense to me. But that's just me. I'm off my soapbox, and I just don't. I didn't get it, but hey, they don't call me and pick me. I don't need to be pick me. Okay, that's so anybody who listens to this, I ain't never been a pick me. I ain't gotta be pick me. I don't have a dry coochie. Okay, so just want to say that
Latisse doesn't suffer from DCS.
I do not. I do not. So that doesn't apply to me. So I'm good over here. Let's be clear.
Church on the move.
I'm just saying. For anybody, if anybody want to go there with, no, I'm good. I'm good, sweetheart. Okay.
Heard it. I'm good, sweetheart.
Yeah, I'm good.
look, you got any shout outs, Teeth?
Just thank you everybody again for the birthday wishes. I had a great birthday. Thank y'all for listening. We forgot to tell y'all in the beginning, if y'all ain't, make sure y'all like, y'all subscribe. Yeah, it's gonna be a good month. We're gonna be back on track, y'all. So hopefully we get some people up in here soon.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get these new guests lined up. So hopefully some of them fall through
Yeah.
quickly so we can get them on the show. So y'all